And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Come on, let's get there. We're almost at 400,000. So hit subscribe, watch, comment, and please share with family and friends because the stupidity, I promise you, it's not ending. Talking about stupidity, Bullshit Barbie was on full display today with another press conference. And as I spoke about this morning, tomorrow marks the deadline for Trump's tariff deals. And when a reporter asked Karoline if she knew what would happen to the rates of countries that did not have a deal, Karoline, well, she just didn't have an answer. Play the clip.
Thanks, Caroline. For the countries that don't have a deal yet, should we be looking at the April 2nd chart at all? Or is he negotiating and talking about having a set tariff rate, 10%, 20%?
Those discussions are taking place with the trade team today, and again, we'll provide further guidance with that executive order once it is signed, and the answer to that question will be in that executive order.
Is he looking to?
Yeah, no clue. But I will tell you, she doesn't look too happy. Now, while she did give some numbers for the EU trade deal, she had to correct herself later in the presser after giving, of course, shockingly, the wrong number. Play the clip.
I don't have any updates for you at this time. I do have an update on our EU trade deal. I stand corrected. It's not $60 billion in investments. It's $600 billion in investments. I want to make that very clear. And I personally...
What? Sure. Meanwhile, she then goes on and she speaks about Steve Witkoff going to Gaza this week, saying that Trump is a humanitarian with a big heart. I mean, think about all of the positive things that these people around him are saying. Wouldn't it be amazing if actually they were true? Play the clip.
President Trump is a humanitarian with a big heart, and that's why he sent Special Envoy Witkoff to the region in an effort to save lives and end this crisis. Tomorrow, Special Envoy Witkoff and Ambassador Huckabee will be traveling into Gaza to inspect the current distribution sites and secure a plan to deliver more food and meet with local Gazans to hear firsthand about this dire situation on the ground.
Meanwhile, Karoline then goes in, she starts rambling about Trump brokering one peace deal, one ceasefire per month so far in his presidency. What about the Israel-Gaza war? What about the Russia-Ukraine war that he promised to end in 24 hours? What a stupid thing to say. Play the clip.
On the peace front, President Trump helped deliver an immediate and unconditional ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia. The two countries were engaged in a deadly conflict that had displaced more than 300,000 people until President Trump stepped in to put an end to it. The president spoke directly on the phone with the acting Prime Minister of Thailand and the Prime Minister of Cambodia to inform both leaders that unless they brought their conflict to an end, there would be no trade discussions or agreements with the United States. Almost immediately afterward, a peace was brokered that will save thousands of lives and allowed for trade negotiations with these countries to resume, and they have. The president has now ended conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia, Israel and Iran, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, India and Pakistan, Serbia and Kosovo, and Egypt and Ethiopia. This means President Trump has brokered, on average, about one peace deal or ceasefire per month during his 6 months in office. It's well past time that President Trump was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
I mean, boy, do you think he wants the Nobel Peace Prize? Every single surrogate that has gone out so far has turned around and brought up the Nobel Peace Prize, whether it's for economics, whether it's for humanitarian purposes, whether it's for God knows what. I mean, listen, someone just give him the fucking award already, and let's stop this stupidity. This is truly the stupidest thing. Imagine somebody saying that you're stopping a war so that you could trade with the United States. Do you realize that the amount that traded between the United States and Cambodia is practically nothing? They can actually buy whatever the hell they want, whether it's from the EU, from Canada, from China. Meanwhile, look, we know Trump and his team are out of touch. That we know. But that became glaringly obvious when Karoline announced that Trump is building, no serious, a ballroom in the White House. Play the clip.
proud to announce that the construction of the new White House ballroom will begin. For 150 years, presidents, administrations, and White House staff have longed for a large event space on the White House complex that can hold substantially more guests than currently allowed. President Trump has expressed his commitment to solving this problem on behalf of future administrations and the American people. The White House is one of the most beautiful and historic buildings in the world, yet the White House is currently unable to host major functions.
Okay. And for that, he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize too. She goes on and she speaks about how the East Wing will have to be modernized. Play that clip.
The site of the new ballroom will be where the small, heavily changed and reconstructed East Wing currently sits. The East Wing was constructed in 1902 and has been renovated and changed many times, with a second story added in 1942. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles has provided the following statement. President Trump is a builder at heart and has an extraordinary eye for detail. The President and the Trump White House are fully committed to working with the appropriate organizations to preserve the special history of the White House while building a beautiful ballroom that can be enjoyed by future administrations and generations of Americans to come.
Amazing. Maybe he should get the Nobel Peace Prize for that. Later, Karoline was asked about the legislation that would ban stock trading amongst lawmakers, as well as the president and vice president. Now, ironically, she's then asked about Trump wanting to have the G20 summit at the Doral. Play that clip.
So I think the president stands with the American people on this. He doesn't want to see people like Nancy Pelosi enriching themselves off of public service and ripping off their constituents in the process. As for the mechanics of the legislation and how it will move forward, the White House continues to be in discussions with our friends on Capitol Hill. Emily, in a new seat today.
Thanks, Caroline. I wanted to ask about this report that the president wants to host a G20 meeting at Trump Doral. How is he going to do that, considering all the preparations that have been going on in South Africa? And also, would that be seen as his businesses possibly profiting from hosting this kind of meeting?
I would reject that premise entirely. We have announcements and details forthcoming on the G20, but my understanding is no firm announcement is ready to be made at this time. I did see the report, but we're not in a place to confirm it just yet.
You're right. Okay, so he wants to have the G20 summit at one of his properties. But she rejects the notion, the premise, that his family, his company would be earning money. So are they going to donate everything for the G20 summit so that there is no money spent at all? I don't think so. All right. So literally, once again, bullshit Barbie is standing up there at the podium and lying to the American people. I mean, it's almost like we've become numb to it. I mean, the people, they just go ahead, they ask the question, they allow her to speak her mind, and then all of a sudden, what? No follow-ups, no, how about this one? Karoline, we saw a report. Now, I understand that you don't want to give it. Is there a time period that you will come out with this? And if in fact that the G20 is to take place at the Trump Doral, my question is, would they donate the premise? Would they donate all of the food and all of the beverage and everything else that takes place there so that the Trump family or that President Trump himself does not financially benefit from moving it? How about ask a follow-up question instead of saying, oh, okay, sure, thanks so much for the answer, non-answer, answered, not answer. Meanwhile, finally, Karoline is asked about stopping gender-affirming surgeries, and she somehow, and I don't know how she did this one, God bless her heart, she connected it to anti-Semitism. Play the clip.
Thanks, Caroline. Part of the settlement with Brown prohibits it from performing transgender procedures or prescribing hormone, puberty blockers, that type of thing. Will eliminating these types of procedures be a priority for the Trump administration in negotiations with other universities?
I can tell you that ending the chemical castration of children in our country is a priority of this administration. We've talked to many of these universities about it, but the president has also taken very strong action to cut off the funding for any medical institution in this country that provides those barbaric procedures. The Brown University agreement, since you brought it up, is yet another win to root out anti-Semitic behavior on our nation's college campuses and unlawful racial discrimination.
I don't want to say anything, but I have one niece that went there. I have a nephew that's there currently. I don't know. I've asked them, do you feel that there's rampant anti-Semitism on the Brown campus? The answer is no. It's amazing to me. It's the issue of the day, and so she's going to play it up. And then chemical castration? Seriously? Look, let me be very clear. It's not just Brown University. Now you have Harvard University. You have other universities like Columbia University. They're all going to capitulate to Trump. Why? Because there are funds, there are grants into the billions and billions of dollars that they both need and want. And in order to get the billions, they have to kick back. This is like a mob transaction. You're going to kick back to the boss 100 million, 200 million. It's pennies compared to the billions. Remember, just think of the way the numbers work. Think about how many years that they're going to be getting those grants. And so they're not doing it because they agree. They're doing it because they have no choice. And that's not what any administration should be doing. They're basically holding higher education institutions hostage. And we can't allow that to happen. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey everyone, first of all, thanks for watching. We're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.